Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see just flesh? Do you see just bone? Do you see just a frame? Do you see just a hollow vision staring back at you? Or do you see depth and substance and stamina and, intelligence and growth in every different aspect of your life? I know that sometimes people can look in the mirror and they don't really recognize what it is that they see, because what they see may feel unfamiliar or just not right. That there's something that's missing, that maybe within them that they lack something, and that it could be seen on the outside. And sometimes it can. Sometimes the way that our mindset works puts us in a position or a shift in a lower self loathing state where we unintentionally leave ourselves last, or we speak down upon ourselves, or we, without even realizing it, invite that same trauma rather, or trial, to come and follow us in our moves within whatever the future may lay, right? Like how you feel today and what you dwell on is what will return to you in the future, because the universe is okay with the fact that there's something within you that you lack, that you have not yet discovered, and that maybe you still need time to figure it out. Not to punish, not to hurt, not to harm, but to offer the value when you're able to shift your mindset in a position in which you can understand where that value came from, why it presented itself to you, and how it could intertwine within the movements that you will make when you hold a different understanding that what it is that you walked in the past, no matter what it may be, if you are righting your wrongs, peeling back your layers, recognizing that there is more to you than the facade or the lack or the discontent that you may think others see portrayed on the outside. Not all the time does people see, the pain that's shielded within their own selves, right? Because we do a good job of hiding it. But what you need to realize is that you are way more than what it is that you see in the mirror. And that there should be some piece of you at one point in your life, whether you need to repeat a few cycles or not in order to realize where the disconnect lays, in order to reattach the link, the line, if you will, from one to the next, whether it be your chakras all aligned and it opens up your third eye, or running up your spine, it gives you the creativity that you need in order to figure out different ways in order to manifest or migrate into the time frame that on some level you are being guided toward, right? You just may not realize it, because we don't just get random thoughts, unless your mind is so scattered and you just keep jumping from one thing to the next, and that's the lower energy that has infiltrated your mind space and is playing with the unsurety that you may be holding on to, because that fear thing could be stopping you. What's in the unknown? You don't know. You've never been there. You don't even know what to expect. And what may be unknown for you may not be so unknown for someone else, but that means you shouldn't think, well, let me follow in their shoe, because everybody is an individual and you don't know what they went through in order to get where they are. Just like if you hide your pain on the inside, other people may not realize what has happened or could be happening that has put you in a shifted mindset where you think that you have to protect yourself by shielding yourself off. But that's certainly untrue, because when you do that, then you again leave room for negative energy to infiltrate. But when you look in the mirror and you see that you are more than just, an image looking back at you, that you are more than just what it is that you see, that you are more than just what it is that you feel, like your energy, your sensations, right? Because what you really are is you're really a light essence. You're really, truly a creation that was emanated from the monad, the highest of all creation, with balance and harmony and complete wholeness. So we were created within that realm, which means that there's nothing that we lack, because we have everything that we need within us. When we decided as light essences to stretch our intelligence, our emotions, our physical reach, because as light essences, we're energy. And energy can't really reach a hand out, although it can, send waves and, say hello to another, But what we can do is when we go for growth, learning, and evolution, that increases our essence, right? Perfecting the ability to continue to stay in a wholeness type of mannerism mindset, heart space, right? When you're incarnated onto another realm. And you can very much consider Earth to be a realm. No matter how you want to figure, look at, or understand, just like there's way more to the Earth than what it is that you see, right? So you have a light essence that, you were created to be, that you are. You're just in a human form right now, but that doesn't mean that you left your essence. That means you still have it, because you can't incorporate a learning lesson that will, add to the collective universal knowledge, right? If you don't take the chance and leave one form and come into another form in order to expand your horizons, we'll just say. Because you also are made of love, but if you want to feel what love feels like through touch, you have to go to a realm, to a space, an enclosure, an area in which it is protected, it is enhanced, and it is guided and gifted toward the knowledge that you're seeking, the wisdom that you would like to learn. And we're all here on Earth. But not everybody has a light essence, because not everybody on Earth was created by the Creator from the monad. And you could tell right away. Do you walk in the light? Do you try to do right? Do you feel, some sort of guilt maybe if you do less than what it is that you're capable of? Or do you, maybe second guess your steps because you want to make sure that they're going to benefit everyone, not just a self-serving issue? And when you walk in that road, that light, that head space, that heart space, then you are a light essence. And you also have a flame. And your flame is we don't want to say the core of your energy field, but it certainly does add to the energy in which you show, you carry, you enhance, you protect. Pretty much, it's part of your character, because how you choose to use the flame that you could definitely grow and enhance within you, right, is whether or not you're here to do right, or you'd rather choose to take the easy way out, even though you know that you're here to grow and develop on an upward motion, not to regress to see what you could, try to undo for the multitude, or even the progress that you may have made for yourself in past lives, because these memories, they've been wiped from our consciousness, our immediate consciousness, like our mind thoughts. If we held on to all of our past life memories and was here in the present moment, actually living in this life, it could get a little bit confusing or distracting, because then you might be dwelling in one place or another rather than staying right here in the present moment. Because the present moment holds so much vibration and frequency and energy. And when we stay in the present moment, and that energy mixes and entwines with our energy from all of our energy points, then we're now in a more calm, grounded level, easily able to navigate through the nuggets of knowledge we receive, to use our clarity in a mind over heart space issue, especially if it's something that you should do, but your heart says you might hurt someone if you do. But what your higher consciousness knows is that even though your ego still needs to be worked on, right, the light within you allows you to be able to see more clearly where it is that you should be. And then when you migrate in that direction, then everything kind of aligns for you and things start working out. So when you look in the mirror, don't just see a hollow shell looking back at you. Dig inside of your layers and find out, are you a creation by our Creator with a light essence carrying a flame? Or were you created, or did you give up your divinity so that you can entertain low dense negative energy? Although it may look shiny and glittery and fun on the outside, there's really nothing but treacher or turmoil or nothing behind what it is that you see. And usually it's treacherous and turmoil, because what the low dense energy is doing is trying to keep you in a lower state of self-worth, that you would be receptive to, maybe stepping on someone else's toes in order to raise what you perceive to be a high, when really all it is just an added benefit, not for you, but for the demigods or the dense energy that's feeding off of you. But even if you don't feel a light essence, if you think that, you're here to walk the road of wrong and, dismay, right? You don't actually have to do that either, because it doesn't matter where you've been. What matters is when you choose willingly to walk away from the shallow, the flimsy, the no structure, the facade of what, you think you want, but in a mischievous, bad way of getting it, then, that's not really going to help you. But if you choose that you want something better for yourself, you could still have that. You still have free will, and you still have the power to choose. So whether you feel that you are of the light or you are of the demigod, that doesn't mean that that's where you have to embrace, life if you don't like it there. It's bright, it's warm, it's loving, and it's compassion-filled in the light. And I invite you to shift your mindset and to join me in a place where not only are we here to gain more universal knowledge for the collective, for everyone, everywhere, but also to give us a better quality of growth and understanding so that we could reach our highest potential. And that when we embrace the skin that we're in, and we honor the energy that we hold, and we embrace our light and use our flame for good, we've just elevated in vibration, not just singly, but we put it out within the ethers, and it's knocking, tapping, saying, "Hi, let me in. I've got a wonderful story to share." And it's all about the lighter, brighter, loving, most compassionate side that humanity could take as a whole in an interconnected, united fashion, in a bonded, linked form. And we certainly can allow the density to separate and lose its control and fade away back to wherever it came from. Or we can always lock it in the ground. After all, not every fallen angel, were bad. Some had a bad moment, a weak moment, but spent the rest of their time trying to fix that, revert that. And for that, they were buried, locked away under rock, key, spells, traps, and energy fields. But I feel the vibration. I know the sensations. And what was once buried because it was too powerful, too mighty, too filled with light, bright, burning way so bright, the others, the lower dense energy, was afraid of that. So maybe they should switch places and learn what it feels like to cast the finger and, shame another just because you want power, domination, or control. When really we were never meant to have domination, suppression, or control over any other essence, anywhere. We were supposed to work united, interconnected as a team, and allow our wholeness to be seen, and allow other light essences created in wholeness and fullness to be able to light up their part of the skies, so that we all can brighten, learn, grow, and evolve. So next time you look in that mirror, don't just stop at saying, gotta do my makeup, gotta fix my hair. Take another look and look inside of those eyes and look down, look in, find you. And then bring it out. Show everybody. My lovely collective, no matter where you may find yourself, you definitely have worth, and you definitely are needed, and you definitely have a mission, whether you're working for the light or you're revolting against the dark. But by all means, we're all here to play our part. My lovely collective, I love you. And I am sending you strength and courage and discernment and the ability to truly reflect, to truly see, to truly feel, and to remember your divinity, your mission, your role, your place. Because it's here to uplift, to add interconnectivity, to share energy in a positive, high vibrational manner. Welcome. Welcome to the new order. Love and light, peace and joy.